The Huawei P40 Pro, Huawei's next flagship phone, might come with 2 operating systems. So by now we're all aware with the problems that Huawei is facing with Google mobile services on its phones. Harmony OS got a lot of hype when it was released, but as of right now, it's not actually on any phones. But that might be changing with the Huawei P40, which is going to be the next big flagship release from Huawei. It's going to be released in the first quarter of 2020, which is really not far away, and Huawei are already testing out both hardware and software that might go into the device. And a leak out of China has revealed something pretty interesting. Huawei are considering the possibility of loading future phones with not 1, but 2 operating systems, Android and Harmony OS. But why would Huawei do this? Well, the first is that new operating systems are notoriously difficult to launch and get any sort of traction. So how it would work is that when you buy a new Huawei phone, for example, the P40, the next flagship from Huawei, you'll have a choice of which operating system to boot your phone with. Harmony OS or the Google Android operating system, but importantly without all of the Google mobile services. Once you boot the phone in one of the operating systems, you won't be able to switch back or forth to the other operating system. However, you do have the choice to restart the phone and choose the other operating system, but once you've chosen one, you can't flip back and forth between them. Huawei haven't confirmed that this is what they're going to do, but it's obviously something they're thinking of as a way to try and introduce Harmony OS to future phones. Also, giving people a backup to use Android, something that they're familiar with, is a very good option. Huawei came out recently and said that they believe Harmony OS in just 2 years will be able to take on Apple's iOS, which seems hopeful to say the least. But what that statement probably means is that they have much bigger plans for Harmony OS. And that gives us a clue to what Huawei as a company has in its plans for the future. As for the Huawei P40, it will be released in the first quarter of 2020, probably in March. As for the hardware, of course, an improvement in the cameras, the Kirin 990 processors, and the inclusion of 5G. But the choice to put Harmony OS as a dual boot OS on upcoming phones leaves open a lot of questions. Not least, are Huawei really confident of Harmony OS? Will Huawei make Harmony OS available to other phones, possibly via over-the-air updates? And the biggest question in all of this isn't the operating system itself, but way more important is the App Store. And that's why they offered $1 billion to app developers to come over and develop apps for the Huawei App Store. So recent figures show everything is quite rosy at Huawei. They sold 185 million smartphones in the first 3 quarters of 2019. However, we don't know how good those figures were to what they were expected to be. And Huawei actually relies more and more on mainland China sales, where this ban has absolutely no relevance. With that said, let's see what Huawei does with upcoming phones. And I hope that Huawei pushes ahead with these plans, because competition is only a good thing, and it's a good thing for us. Subscribe for all the latest tech news, leaks and rumors, and everything to do with Huawei. Check out my Twitter for more information too. That's it for now, but I'll see you in the next one.